This message comes from the Archangel Saint Michael, and it is no coincidence that it has reached you. Do not ignore it, because it is very important and is intended only for you. Before you listen, give it a like and share it with someone who also needs a word of encouragement. Now, listen carefully. Saint Michael tells you, I am with you. I will not leave you alone. I am taking care of you. I am defending you. I have been fighting for you in silence, removing envy, ill wishes, and any energy that wants to harm you from your life. I have already fought many of your battles for you, because with God on your side, nothing and no one can defeat you. And what is coming for you is beautiful. A time is approaching where you will have abundance, stability, and also true love. Everything is starting to get better, but there is something else you should know. God has chosen you for a reason. It is no coincidence that you are reading this. You were chosen to be a light for others, to help those who need it most. And do not worry, because heaven has already prepared your reward. The money you need and the love your heart deserves will arrive. And those people who have tried to hurt you or lead you away from your purpose will no longer be able to do so. Saint Michael will remove them from your path. All of this has been part of a process, a test that today is transformed into a blessing. Give thanks because the best is about to begin. I feel that you are entering a very important stage where everything you have experienced begins to make sense. You have gone through hard times, through losses that left deep wounds in your heart, but you have also begun to let go. You are leaving behind people, situations, or places that no longer brought you any good. And although that process has been painful, it has also been necessary. Because by letting go, you open up space for the new, for everything you truly deserve. Your energy shows a clear change. There are signs of progress, of movement, of important decisions you are making. You are no longer staying in the same emotional place. You are planning a different future, with more clarity and hope. And that is no coincidence. It is because you are listening to your heart, and your spiritual guides are supporting you. They are freeing your path from old burdens, from attachments that were holding you back, and they are preparing your life for a new beginning. It feels like a great harvest is near, and not just a material one. A stage is coming where you will see real results from everything you have endured and everything you have sown with so much effort. Some people will see improvements at work, others will feel that love is flowing back into their lives. But in all cases, there is a clear feeling that something good is approaching, something you have been waiting for a long time. In addition, cycles are closing. You are moving away from drama, from unnecessary conflicts, from everything that took away your peace. It is as if you are slowly regaining control of your life, and that is giving you strength. I feel that you have great potential, although sometimes you forget it yourself. But the universe has not forgotten you. It reminds you that you were made to achieve great things. There are also miracles nearby. Things that you may have thought would not happen are going to start happening. Open your heart, because what is coming is to help you advance, to heal, and to shine. You are no longer in the same place as before. Your soul is awakening and your steps are leading you towards something much better. This is your season of change, of triumphs, of liberation. Receive it with faith, because although not everything is clear yet, everything is falling into place in your favor. Keep going because what is coming is great and it will be just for you. I feel that something very strong is changing in you. There is an energy that clearly shows that you are about to recover everything that belongs to you, everything you sowed with effort and hope. The universe tells you that it is time to reclaim your harvest, to lift your head and gather what is rightfully yours. You are leaving behind a painful stage, a situation that no longer had a place in your life, and although it was difficult to let go, you decided to do it firmly. That decision marks the beginning of a new stage, a different life, a real opportunity to start over. You are entering a phase of deep reflection. Perhaps you have been in silence, thinking a lot, feeling a lot, and that inner process has not been in vain. That pause, that space to listen to your soul is bringing a very powerful internal change. It is not just that things outside are changing, it is that you are changing from within. And that personal transformation is what is opening the doors to your triumph. This progress that is approaching is no coincidence. You are building it with your decisions, with your faith, with the courage. You have had to let go of what no longer fit into your life. You are leaving behind people who only delayed your growth, who burdened your energy with unnecessary weight. And although they may not understand it now, very soon they will see how you flourish, how you achieve what they did not believe possible. I feel that some of them are paying the consequences of their actions. Not out of revenge, but because the universe has its own laws, and what is done with bad intention always returns. You, on the other hand, are freeing yourself from that energy. You are being guided towards a path where justice arrives without you asking for it. It is as if a higher power is rearranging everything in your favor. Your angels want you to know something important. Divine justice is already acting. The people who hurt you will fall one by one, but not so that you fill yourself with resentment, but so that you understand that balance returns when you trust. Have patience. Do not run after explanations or confrontation. Time will reveal everything, and in the meantime, you continue walking towards your victory. The spiritual message is clear. Do not hold hatred. Look forward with compassion, because those who hurt you will also have to face their own truths. You, on the other hand, are about to experience a moment of glory. You are about to receive what you so deserve. Continue with faith, continue in peace, because everything that is coming is to elevate you. What I feel at this moment is that many of the things that had not happened in your life, those stagnant dreams, those stopped projects, or those opportunities that seemed not to arrive, it was not because you did not deserve them, it was because there were people around you who should not have shared that triumph with you. The spiritual world was protecting you. There are blessings so great destined for you that your guides were not going to allow them to be contaminated by people who only wanted to take advantage of you or take what was yours. For a long time, your light has been coveted. You have had people close to you who contributed nothing, who rather drained you emotionally, who wished you would not advance, who even tried to make you feel less. But that stage is closing. What previously seemed blocked now begins to flow. And it is thanks to the fact that divine justice is already in motion. Your guides have cleared your path, have removed negative energies, and above all, have not allowed those people who acted out of envy to enjoy what you sowed with effort and faith. God has not forgotten any of your prayers. Your angels, especially those who have accompanied you in the darkest moments, have been fighting for you. And now, with patience and strength, you will see how everything begins to fall into place. A stage is coming where your stability, your abundance, and your tranquility will not be interrupted, because now everything that comes into your life is protected. New alliances are also opening up. You will meet people who truly add value, who come to support you and work with you from a place of respect, from light. They may be opportunities in your professional life or in love, but they will all be aligned with your new energy. You do not have to hurry. These connections will arrive when you are ready, and when they arrive, you will know how to recognize them. This new cycle is not just material growth, it is a deep process of inner transformation. You are changing from the soul. You are learning to set boundaries, to take care of your energy, and to believe in yourself. And thanks to that transformation, the universe responds with blessings. The goals you have are not impossible. On the contrary, they are closer than you think, and with patience, you will see them fulfilled one by one. Finally, yes, there are still people in your environment who want to stop you, but they no longer have power. Their energy loses strength in the face of the clarity and protection that now surround them. They will see your growth, they will see how you shine without them, and you will not have to do anything but keep moving forward, trusting that everything is being guided by something much bigger and much fairer than you. I feel that you have been going through a difficult path, full of trials, betrayals, and moments where you felt that everything was against you. You have felt the envy of others, unexpected obstacles, and situations that led you to sadness or confusion. But all of that had a purpose, not to hurt you, but to show you what you are made of, to awaken in you the strength that you already had, but that needed to be activated. Have you been visualizing new opportunities? You have dreamed of a different life, a better future. And although you sometimes doubted, Deep down, you knew that everything was about to change. And so it is, because you began to realize something very important. Your happiness does not depend on anyone. Your peace, your growth, your balance, everything comes from you. You are the one who holds your world now, no one else. That moment of clarity was not easy. You had to go through a deep process of introspection, asking yourself why you had to experience so many difficult things at the same time, why you felt that you were getting out of one thing only to get into another. But those questions were not in vain. You were waking up. You were connecting with the spiritual from a more mature, more conscious place, and now your soul is beginning to heal. You are letting go of people, environments, and bonds that no longer resonate with you. You are understanding that you do not need those who betrayed you or those who wanted to block your path out of greed or selfishness. Many things that hurt you were related to money, with people who approached you only out of interest, but they no longer have power over you. I feel that this energy of betrayal is being left behind, and now you are entering a stage of deep healing. You have meditated, you have thought, you have cried, but you have also understood, and that has opened a new door for you. The door of understanding. You have stopped asking why and started asking for what purpose. And that is the question that activates miracles, because everything you experienced had a greater purpose. Now you are stronger, clearer, and more connected with what really matters. And that is why the change is coming. An important manifestation is about to arrive. A blessing that does not come by chance, but by divine justice. The universe has seen your struggle, your silence, your tears, and now it rewards you with a new light. You are entering a stage where your dreams are activated, where your efforts begin to bear fruit. Your path was not in vain. Everything was preparing you for this moment. Something beautiful is coming for you. A different life is coming, with more balance, more peace, and more abundance. And this time, no one will be able to take it from you. I feel that you have been going through a path full of challenges, of situations that have left your soul exhausted. You have lived moments in which everything seemed dark, in which you felt betrayed, in which your strength seemed to fail you. But your spiritual guides are with you. They have seen your silent struggle, your hidden pain, and your weariness. And that is why they announce that the change is now coming. Great blessings are coming, directly from heaven. Blessings that have been reserved for you because you deserve them. Your angels have kept something very special. It is a reward for not having given up, for having resisted when everything seemed against you. They have been protecting you even at times when you did not know it. And now a time of divine justice is approaching where what is yours, no one can take from you. I also see that there was a person in your life who lied to you, who played with your emotion. This person was not only false, but also allowed other energies to enter your relationship, especially for material reasons. There are clear signs that someone else interfered out of interest, out of greed, out of the desire to destroy what you had. That interference caused a lot of damage not only to your relationship, but to your inner peace. The energy surrounding this conflict is marked by a lot of intrigue, hidden manipulations, and even energetic work to block you. Yes, I feel strongly that there were people who paid, who did things with the intention of affecting your well-being, your emotions, and your paths. But what those people did not know is that you are protected by the light, that what they did comes back to them, because there is no action without consequence. You got tired. You got tired of being afraid, of feeling doubts, of being trapped in painful cycles. That is why you are now making different decisions. You are closing doors, you are healing, and that tiredness is not weakness. It is a sign that your soul no longer wants to carry what does not belong to you. Your spirit is asking for peace, justice, and clarity, and the universe is already listening. There is also someone else in your energy, someone who asks about you, an emotional figure who still thinks about what you meant. This person has recently heard something about you and was shocked. They did not expect to hear from you. They did not expect to see you shine after everything. But now they are thinking, feeling, wondering if there is still something to salvage, if you could still open a door. Whatever your decision, remember this. You have the power. You are no longer who you were. Now you are stronger, more conscious, and more protected. The blessings that are coming can no longer be blocked. They are yours, they are on their way, and this time no one will be able to snatch them from you. What I feel strongly in your reading is a deep exhaustion, a feeling of having given too much to people and situations that never knew how to value what you gave. You strove to maintain a relationship or sustain an environment that was emotionally and energetically draining. You gave opportunities again and again, hoping that something would change, that someone would fulfill what they promised, but it was not so. You discovered truths that hurt, lies that broke your soul, and all of that pushed you to awaken. I clearly see that someone interfered in your life or your relationship. There is a foreign energy that should not have been there, someone who tried to manipulate or divert what was yours, even meddling in what the universe had already aligned for you. This interference not only caused breakups, but sought to halt the progress of what already belonged to you by destiny. The energy of the Three of Swords marks a deep wound, a betrayal, or a very great disappointment. Perhaps you experienced infidelity, or simply an emotional betrayal that made you lose trust, and although it hurt, it also freed you because now you are seeing clearly what you did not want to accept before. A figure who moved away also appears, someone who took their things and left, not for lack of love, but because they were under very dark pressures. This person received threats, spiritual warnings, or even negative influences that tried to prevent them from returning or making a different decision, but they still chose to leave, seeking their peace. In some cases, this person has also had a great burden on their shoulders related to responsibilities that did not belong to them, adult children, family members, or close people who only demanded without giving anything in return. This person has lived a life where they always had to solve problems, provide money, support others, and that also extinguished them. But now they are at a breaking point, just as tired as you are, tired of pretending, of giving more than they have, of living under the control of people who only think of their own benefit. This person is beginning to awaken spiritually, feeling a call, a deep connection with you. And although they may not say it, they are asking about you, feeling your absence, and that connection, however broken it may seem, is still alive. What comes now is clarity, for you and for that person. You are closing cycles, healing wounds, and that energy that once hurt now transforms into strength. The universe is working to give you back what is yours, your peace, your light, and your destiny. No one will be able to stop what is about to manifest because you have learned. You have let go, and now you are ready to receive what you truly deserve. And whoever did not know how to value that will have to watch from afar. What is strongly felt in this reading is an energy of total exhaustion. There is someone here who can no longer go on, who has carried on their shoulders the weight of a family, of a demanding environment, of people who have only seen them as a constant source of financial support. This person is completely fed up with having to solve everyone else's lives, of being the one who supports everything, while no one thinks about their well-being. I clearly see a very deep energy of exhaustion, both emotional and physical. This person has been carrying responsibilities that do not belong to them, children or family members who constantly ask for money, studies that never end, unfulfilled promises, other people's dreams that never materialize, and all of that has drained their vital energy. It is as if they live surrounded by people who believe that their financial support will last forever, that he or she is obliged to give and give without receiving anything in return. This person, who can be a man or a woman, represents a figure of authority in their environment, but they are no longer well. There are clear signs of hidden health problems, body aches, extreme fatigue, emotional exhaustion. I feel that they have even been hiding these symptoms, pretending to be fine so as not to worry others, or because they feel that no one would understand the true weight they carry inside. The environment that surrounds them seems to live off their effort, as if they were used to this person solving everything. But what they do not know or do not want to see is that this person is already at their limit, that their soul is screaming for rest, that they have been pushed so much to give, that they no longer have strength even for themselves. It is also clearly seen that there is an emotional connection with you. This person is asking about you, thinks about you, and although they may not say it openly, there is something in you that represents peace, freedom, or even the desire for a different life. Because while in their environment there are only demands, with you, there is an emotional connection, a cleaner, more spiritual energy. This person has realized that they cannot go on like this, that they are losing opportunities, that their health is being affected, that they are sacrificing their own happiness to keep an environment afloat that does not even value them as it should. They are beginning to open their eyes, and in that awakening you appear as a point of light. Soon that fatigue will turn into a decision, because no one can live giving without limits. The soul also gets tired, and when this person becomes fully aware, there will be changes. Changes that will lead them to cut off what makes them sick, what holds them back, what does not let them live in peace, because there is something in their heart that still beats strongly, and that something is you. This reading reveals a very deep scenario marked by regret, betrayal, and a great life lesson for someone who walked away from you. There is a person in your energy who still thinks of you, who carries you in their mind, even though they may have denied it or distanced themselves. This person was the one who left, who walked away, but not because they no longer felt anything, but because they were surrounded by chaos, wrong decisions, and people who only sought to manipulate their environment. I see clearly that this person has been facing very dark situations. Their physical and emotional health is affected not only by the wear and tear of daily life, but also by the burden of everything they have allowed into their life. They are living the consequences of having let in people who did not have good intentions, people who came with a smile, but with the true objective of destroying what he or she had with you. For some, there was a direct betrayal. It is clearly shown here that this person witnessed a painful scene, someone leaving their house, someone who should not have been there. It was not an accident. Everything was planned by people close to their environment. They were made to believe that the situation was casual, but it was not. It was a manipulation, a cold and calculated move, made with one objective: to take something that did not belong to them. I feel that there was someone who got into your relationship feigning innocence, as if they were just passing by. But in reality, that person already knew what they were doing. They were looking for financial stability. They were looking to control. They were looking to benefit. It is a karmic energy, someone who has a pattern of getting into other people's relationships, especially when they see that there is comfort, home, or money. And now that person who once left your side is beginning to awaken. They are comparing the life they had with you with what they have now, and what they feel is emptiness, because they realize that they traded peace for conflict, sincere love for an illusion. They are beginning to realize that with you they had something real, stable, beautiful, and they let it go for impulsive decisions or for being carried away by others. This awakening is not a coincidence, it is part of karma, of the divine justice that is acting. Because this person, although they have failed, is being confronted with their decisions and now cannot stop thinking about what they lost, what they had with you, and everything they left behind to follow paths that brought them no good. You, meanwhile, are moving forward. You are healing. You are recovering your energy. You are no longer the same person who cried over that abandonment. Now you are stronger, wiser, more connected with yourself. And although this person still has you in their mind, now you have control. Because you learn to love yourself, not to beg for love, and to close the door to those who did not know how to stay when you needed them most. What this person is experiencing is a strong lesson, and the universe is making sure that they learn, that they feel, that they understand that what they let go of was irreplaceable. What is happening at this moment has many roots in the past, especially in decisions that were made from ambition, ego, and the desire to. This story has a lot to do with money, with people who approached out of interest, and with a betrayal that broke something very valuable. The energy surrounding this situation is dense, as if remnants of that chaos still remain. But there are also clear signs that everything is taking another course. I see clearly that there was someone who did not value what you offered. That person left you in a vulnerable position, let go of your hand when you needed support the most, and the most painful thing is that they allowed others to intervene, to hurt you, to manipulate you emotionally without defending you. It was as if they abandoned you to your fate, leaving you in front of people who did not wish you well. And that marked a before and after in your life. Now time has passed, but that person is beginning to see everything from another perspective. They are going through a difficult time where the consequences of their actions are directly affecting them. They are experiencing an internal breakdown, something that cannot be avoided or hidden. Reality is shaking them, showing them everything they lost, everything they let go of for wrong decisions. This person never thought they would find themselves in this situation. In their mind, everything seemed to be under control, as if the path they took was the easiest or the most convenient. But it was not so. Now they are paying the price of that ambition, of having let themselves be guided by negative influences, by people who offered them momentary comfort but stole their peace. I feel that something changed inside this person. They no longer think the same way. There is an energy of regret but also of awakening, as if they finally realize what really matters. And you appear in that process as a key piece, not because you seek it, but because life itself is, showing them what they had with you, what they let go of without thinking about the consequences. I also see that someone has spoken to them about you, a person who knows both your story and theirs. Depending on your case, it may have been a woman who told them things if you are a man, or a man if you are a woman. What they heard was not just anything. It was a truth that hurt them, that shook them, something that made them see that you are not stuck, that you are moving forward, growing, and that you are about to receive very valuable opportunities that come as a divine reward for everything you endured. What they learned hurt them because they did not expect you to be better, that you would be overcoming everything without needing their help. This person thought that you would continue to wait, that perhaps you would remain trapped in pain, but the truth is different. You have healed many wounds. You have let go of emotional burdens, and now you are focusing on your well-being, on your future. This information they received left them confused, unsettled. It was not easy for him or her to assume that they no longer have control over what you do, that they are no longer part of your world as before. That feeling of emptiness that now accompanies them is the result of their own choices. It is not punishment. It is a consequence. I feel that this person is looking back at you with nostalgia, with guilt, with many unanswered questions. They wonder what their life would be like if they had not allowed everything to end like this, if they had valued your love, your support, your presence. But they are also discovering that it is not so easy to return because what is once broken by betrayal cannot always be rebuilt in your path. Instead, new doors are opening. There are opportunities that arrive unexpectedly but perfectly aligned with your new energy. You have strengthened yourself so much that now you only attract what vibrates with your light. That is why people who once seemed indispensable are moving away, but who only represented blockage. You have stopped asking why things happened as they did and started focusing on for what purpose. And that difference has marked everything, because you are no longer in an energy of a victim, but of rebirth. What is coming now for you is expansion, stability, recognition, and a stage where everything you sowed returns multiplied. Meanwhile, the other person continues to think about you. They know they made serious mistakes. They know they let you go when you needed their support most, and now, in the midst of their chaos, they realize that you lost faith in them, not because you did not love them, but because you got tired of giving everything without receiving anything. You got tired of waiting for them to change, of justifying the unjustifiable. Now you choose. You decide whether to leave that door open, or if you simply close the chapter, with your head held high, because you no longer depend emotionally on anyone. You have learned to take care of yourself, to put yourself first, and that is the most valuable thing in this whole process. Divine justice is already acting. Everyone is receiving what they deserve. You are on the path of recovery, of progress, of fulfillment, and the other person is facing the mirror of their decisions. Life is showing what is at the bottom of the soul, and only those who act with truth and love can hold their gaze without fear. You are ready, and what comes now is your reward. The energy that is now showing is very clear. This person from the past has come across information they did not expect, and that has stirred up emotions they thought they had under control. In a casual conversation, your name came up. They started talking about people from the past, and when you were mentioned, something ignited in him or her. It was as if a dormant wound opened up, one that never fully healed, even though they may have pretended otherwise. Since the relationship ended, this person has heard nothing from you. They have been left with the silence, with the doubt, with the uncertainty of what has become of your life. And now that someone in common has mentioned details about you, that curiosity has increased. But it is not just curiosity, it is a need to know, to confirm if there is still a space in your world. What they were told was not easy to digest because everything they expected crumbled in seconds. This person confessed that they are single, but not entirely by choice, but because things have not turned out as they thought. They are in a stage where they do not want to talk about what they are going through. They do not want to give explanations. They do not want to admit that they are paying the consequences of their decisions. There is a lot of pride in their energy, a need to appear strong, even though they are falling apart inside. And the silence they keep is not for lack of words, but because they know that the answers would be hard to accept. They are living a karma that they cannot justify, an emotional burden that they cannot share with anyone, and that is why they are silent. At the same time, they have found out that you have not had it easy. They have been told that you have gone through very tough times, through processes of emotional ups and downs, situations that have demanded more from you than you imagined, and yet that is not what impacts them. What really shakes them is knowing that despite everything you are moving forward, that you did not stop, that you found strength where many would have given up. Energetically, you are marked by a powerful spiritual force. Something inside you woke up. Perhaps at first, you wanted to show this person what they lost, to make them see that without you it would not be the same, that you could get ahead without their help. But over time, that motivation transformed. You no longer do things for them to see. You no longer live to prove anything to them. Now you live for yourself, for your peace, for your freedom, for your personal growth. You have been moving in silence, making profound changes in your life without boasting, without seeking approval. And that is what unsettles this person the most, because they expected your progress to be loud, public, visible, but it was not. And you have done everything from a place of calm, of strategy, of the firm decision not to repeat the past. Now you set your own limits. You no longer allow just anyone into your life. You no longer accept what you previously tolerated out of love, habit, or fear of being alone. Today you walk with more clarity, with more security. And that glow you carry is the reflection of everything you have overcome. This person, upon realizing this, has started to think about reappearing, not impulsively, but from a place of doubt, of desire, of the need to understand if there is still something to recover. But there is also fear. Fear of not being well received, of not having a chance, of discovering that you no longer feel the same. What they do not know is that you are already on another frequency. Your current movements are not reactions, they are decisions. Your steps are not aimed at hurting, but at healing. And everything you are building now, you are doing for yourself, not to show the world that you are doing well. Because you learned that true triumph is not what is displayed, but what is lived in peace.